is a ball game being played each day. Life is a ball game. Everybody can play.
What's going on? It is the Talkin Yanks pregame show. We are back after our little hiatus because we had a crazy week. We got Yankees at Blue Jays today. Yanks at Blue Jays. First time these two teams are meeting this season on the turf. Get to see Vladdy. That's his nickname I think they're using these days. And Tanaka Tuesday. It is a Tanaka Tuesday. Jake, how you doing?
I'm good, James. Pretty bonkers. We're going to see the Blue Jays 19 times.
And we haven't seen them yet.
Yep. The rest of the way, because we haven't seen them yet, as you eloquently mentioned. And they're bad, Jimmy. I think, you and I have had our debates over the Twins and the Rays. The Blue Jays are bad this year. I was looking at some of their team numbers, and it is rough. They are, they're normally they land around 500. They have a couple guys that scare you, and I'm sure we'll get a couple scares this series, but they've been playing bad baseball this year.
They have. I was looking at their records. They're 1-9 in their last 10, 5-15 in their last 20. So they've been bad, and they're bad currently. Check this out, Jake. Versus right-hand pitchers, they're 12-30.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at some of the team stats before, and they're just staggering.
I was shocked how bad they were. I didn't think they were this bad.
Yeah, and Jimmy, they're hitting .218 as a team.
At least they're all on the same page.
.285 on base percentage.
Okay, we're jinxing it.
We're jinxing it a little, 4.48 ERA, but they've been bad so far this year, 21-38. It's not your dad's Blue Jays, but there is some young guys, and you mentioned Vladdy Jr., which he'll be cool to see. But I don't know, Jim. I actually perked up a little bit when I realized that we hadn't played them this year, because I think normally we put the Jays in like a 500 team. They'll give us some good games. We have an opportunity to do some big things against the Blue Jays the rest of the way.
Yeah, it's like Yankees have gotten so many wins in against the Orioles. It's almost upsetting that we're not going to get to play them that much more down the stretch. Hopefully the Blue Jays can give us just as much fun. But I will say this, playing in Toronto always scares me. The Yankees just seem to always have lackluster games. The AL East, the worst part about being in the AL East is having to play 9 games in the Trop and 9 games on the turf. We have when you're in the AL East, you have to play. I mean, besides the 2 teams, they have to play 80 games each on turf. But they're just a bad atmosphere for baseball. Oh man, I forgot how much Blue Jay fans cheer for pop-ups. That's gonna be fun.
All right, yeah, it's the turf is no fun, but yeah, and we'll probably see a couple extra rest days this series because Hicks coming off the DL. I mean, Gardy's old legs. We'll probably see some bodies move around. But who are we going to see today, Jim?
You want to do that first? We're going to see Clayton Richard.
I meant from the Yankees lineup.
That's why I was confused.
Who are we going to? I was just talking about who's going to sit for the Yankees. It was like a perfect lead-in. It was almost perfect. I was so happy about it.
You said the we as in you and I thought you said the we as a collective Yankees. Who are the Yankees going to see? DJ LeMahieu is leading off playing second base. Luke Voit is batting second, playing first. Gary Sanchez in the 3-hole again. They made this switch. I thought it was just versus Price because he crushes Price, but this may be the switch now. Gary is batting 3-hole catching. Aaron Hicks is in center field in the 4-hole. Glaber's batting 5th. That's shortstop. Clint Frazier, that's the big news. He's in the lineup. DHing, not in the field. Gio Urshela at 3rd. Cameron Maben in right field. Gardner in left. And Masahiro Tanaka on the bump, which makes our bench Austin Romine, Tyro Estrada, and Kendrys Morales.
Yeah. Tanaka Tuesday, Jim. Happy Tanaka Tuesday, buddy.
Happy Tanaka Tuesday to you as well, Jake.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the big question obviously was Clint. They're going to DH him, which I think is, hey, it's a little pat on the butt. Like, we still believe in your bat, and nothing outside of that. And yeah, we'll see. I'm sure we're going to see some Kendrys in this series and one of his former teams. But I mean, lineup wise, we like this, Jim. We love our defensive outfield. We're in like with our defensive infield. We love Tanaka and we like our lineup. So yeah, I think the Hicks thing is interesting. He's still not off to a great start. He had the biggest hit in the Red Sox series, but he still didn't have a great Red Sox series. So it'll be interesting to see. It's starting to get to the point with Hicksy where it's like, get it going so it doesn't become a story. So we don't have to drop Hicks to the 6 or 7 hole and people are asking questions about that.
That's a good call. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he'll just go off.
Oh, it'd be great. I'm rooting for that.
You are?
Oh, yes.
Okay, cool. Me too. Me too.
Friend, I mean, me and his brother are Instagram friends now, so.
Nice. I'm drinking Good Luck Windex today.
What do you have there? Is that a Gatorade? Getting yourself a little juiced up?
Windex.
Oh, it's Windex. Okay.
Yeah. The Blue Jays will be playing.
At least you're not drinking blue while we're playing the Blue Jays. Some people would say that's a really bad Yankee move to do.
You saw blue there?
Well, you said Windex, which is only known as one color internationally, so you can't get out of it. If you said Gatorade, like I said, you could have had an out if I said Gatorade, but you forced Windex down our throats.
It was a mixture. It wasn't just Gatorade.
No.
It's Gatorade. It's Gatorade.
Who are we seeing for the Blue Jays?
Gatorade and something else.
Jomboy curse.
Sogard is leading off, playing second base. Guerrero Jr. is at third base. Smoke is at first. Wow. 3 infielders leading off. Rowdy Tellez is DHing. Happy about that. Grichuk in center field. Biggio in right field. Haven't seen him. This is a fun team. Guerrero Jr. Wait. Do they have a Guerrero Jr. and a Guerrero Jr.?
Yeah.
That's confusing.
No.
I'm so confused. In left field. And Freddie Galvis at short. Is he still playing well? He started the season really hot. Jansen's catching, and Clayton Richard is on the bump. Yeah, man. Like, Biggio's fun. Guerrero Jr.'s fun. Tellez is fun. Fun team as like an up-and-coming team.
Yeah, the stats still aren't there. I mean, Vlad Jr. actually got to a slow start. He's been going, but I mean, his numbers aren't where they're going to be. And yeah, everybody else, the only guy having a good year for them so far is Justin Smoke. Galvis is on-base percentage is .285. Sogard is doing solid Eric Sogard things, and he kind of looks like our mutual friend Jeff, so we've got that going. But everyone else is having a pretty bad season for Toronto so far. You should actually bring up their team page. Like, you'd be a little shocked at how bad it is.
Well, I was just trying to see who's good lately, and Vladdy, he's batting. Got 3. He's doing well in his last 7 games. I think he's even doing well in his last 10 if we were to extrapolate it out. It's nothing amazing, but it's a 9.82 OPS in his last 7 games, and Smoke is hot as well. Smoke's always hot. Whoa! Ha! Literally, Smoke is always hot.
Would you look at that?
Otherwise, they call it fog.
Okay.
Huh. Stumbled into that. Can you talk?
Yeah, I'll do some of the talking. We again, I if you're a big fan, I'd go check out Toronto's player page, because there are some numbers out there that are make you a little sad almost. But like James said, Smoke is always hot. No, we are seeing Richard on the mound, the old Padre, Clayton Richard. I think he's only had one start this year. Can I set you up for Clayton Richard? Are you ready to go on that, Jim? There you go. You look like you're back.
I'm back. Smoke is always hot, blew my mind. 2 games. Clayton Richard got traded in December from wherever he was. I don't think it was the Padres. Maybe it was to the Toronto. He's an old man. He's 35 years old in baseball terms. That's old. And in life, that's young. He is on like an innings limit kind of still because he got hurt. He was supposed to pitch in April, got hurt. He made his last start May 28th. He's faced the Red Sox and the Rays, and he's never gotten through the 5th inning, Jake. 54 pitches and then 81 pitches. Not bad outings. I mean, versus the Red Sox, it was 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Then 4 innings, 3 hits. So because he can't go the distance because he's not stretched out, his lines look worse than maybe they would have if he's stretched out. He went 81 last game. So I'm guessing if he's pitching well, they'd let him go 80 to 100 today. Hopefully that's not the case. Clayton Richards is, like I said, he's been around a while. He's coming off an injury. Not a lot of history with the Yankees at all. There's only 2 guys in today's lineup that have faced him before. It's DJ LeMahieu, who has really good numbers off him. 24 plate appearances, 435 on base percentage. DJ LeMahieu versus Clayton Richard. And Cameron Maybin, 7 at-bats, 1 hit. That's nothing. But he's another guy, Jake, we keep running into these guys. Maybe they're just rampant throughout baseball that rely heavily, 55% on a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Seems we face a lot of these. I'm guessing there's just a lot of those pitchers in baseball now. But
I think we're a little skewed because we forget the Yankees pitching staff throws the most breaking balls.
Yeah. Well, and
that's with J. Happ and Paxton.
Well, and like 90's not fast.
No.
But his next best pitch is slider, which is 24%. He's really a 2-pitch pitcher. He throws a 4-seam fastball every now and then. So between his 4-seam and his 2-seam, he's throwing 66% fastballs. So Yankees love hitting fastballs. This matchup everything looks good on paper. Yanks will probably lose a close game.
Yeah, Jomboy already leaning into his jinx. Yeah, Jimmy gave some of the story on Clayton Richard. He was traded from the Padres, as mentioned, and then declined by Jomboy. Career 4.45 ERA. He has a lot less strikeouts than innings pitched. So what you were alluding to there is, I mean, if what we like to see is normally a lefty against all our righties who throws predominantly not hard fastballs. Yeah. So you'd like to think this lines up well, but we've got the Windex curse going, so we'll see where we land on it. Jim, what's your what to watch for, buddy? Besides the smoke fire thing,
we got to talk about Tanaka first too, and then
He's Everyone knows.
Say, it's pretty cool that we're not facing their 2 good pitchers. They have 2 good pitchers, and then they have a bunch of guys. We're not facing Stroman or Aaron Sanchez this series.
Yeah,
that's nice. Thanks, Toronto.
We got
to talk about Tanaka before we go on to what to watch for. Tanaka's coming off his poorest outing in a while, 4 earned runs. So need him to bounce back. I expect him to. We'll see what happens. He gave up 4 earned runs in the very beginning of the game, or 3 in the very beginning of the game, and then basically held it down and gave us the length we needed. But Tanaka, even when he doesn't have his stuff, he's fought through and given us good starts. His ERA jumped above 3 last start, Jake, and I'm hoping that if he could have such a good start, his ERA jumps back down below 3 after today. That'd be awesome. I'd be like,
there you go.
Cool. I like that. And Smoke is so bad versus Tanaka. Do you know that? I remember the storyline last year. He is 2 for 22, 0.095 batting average versus Tanaka. And he's their one guy that usually I'm watching out for, and Tanaka's kind of owned him, which is fun.
He's the best.
Best ever. And last season, Tanaka, 2 games versus Toronto, shut him down both times.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I think the only other thing we need to get out there about actually, I'm going to save it, Jim. I'm going to save it. What's your what to watch for?
Early. Hammer them
Early.
early. Get on them early. Both teams are coming off an off day. Everything that we just said, this Toronto team is young and up and coming, but currently bad, Jake, and they're losing a lot. And you've heard, ex-players talk about this a lot. John Flaherty says it about when the Tampa Ray team had to play the Yankees back in the day. We heard old ex-Twins players say this about the Yankees back when the Yankees had the Twins number. If you get on Toronto early, they'll just say, let's try to win tomorrow. If Yanks go hammer Clayton early, their bullpen sucks. I'm actually excited, Jake, if that one dude, they got the Italians in the pen. If Gaviglio comes in, game's been won. That dude's been straight up trash his last 6 games. Like awful. And their closer, Giles, is good, but Gary crushes him. Get to him early. I don't think they're having much fight, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I was actually, that was going to be part of my what to watch for, because Jim, we just talked to Katie Sharp, and the Toronto's bullpen has actually been pretty solid. I know Gaviglio, my guy, has been bad of late, but Giles has bounced back this year, even though Giles against the Yankees, that's must-watch TV. But you're right, the Ginzos in the bullpen, Gaviglio, Biagnini's having a good year, Daniel Hudson, Pannone is having a bad year, but another Italian name. But they've actually had 5 guys having kind of a solid year out of their bullpen. So I was going to say that as a good thing for your kind of your what to watch for. But you hate Sam Gaviglio.
He's been trash.
Yeah, 4.26 on the year, better than Holder.
Yeah, but have you seen what he's been doing lately?
Right, recently getting jacked up.
Yes, I mean if they put him in the game, it's because they're getting beat up early. Gaviglio's last 5 games, he has a 14.73 ERA, 12 earned runs, and 7 innings pitched. He's been awful.
Oh yeah, rough stretch for Sammy G.
Yeah. What's your what to watch for? Do you have one?
Yeah, Jim. Every day. Never not had one. Mine is the Baby Jays, Jim. You touched upon it a little bit. Vlad Guerrero Jr., one of the bigger prospects in a while, mostly because of his namesake and because the dude can rake. Interested to see him live for the first time. He had a slow start. He's starting to figure it out day by day, day to day. Rowdy Tellez, he's another guy that's supposed to be kind of a cornerstone piece for the Jays. Kevin Biggio, again, another familiar name from years past. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get from this Jays team. I've mentioned how they're having a terrible year so far, but this could be one of those things where these young guys see the Yankees pinstripes and they're like, all right, we got to turn it on. Like this is what we've worked so hard to get here for. So maybe we see a pesky Jays team. Maybe we see a straight-out overmatched Jays team. But I'm interested to see, and I guess this can also tie into what we just said about the bullpen. Their bullpen has been surprisingly well, led by Ken 100 Miles Giles and the Ginzos and Daniel Hudson out of their bullpen. So it'll be interesting to see, are those guys kind of real? Does Toronto have a little bit of a bullpen? Or are we going to walk away saying, like, those guys are bums? Which, when we saw the Ginzos in years past, that's kind of what we saw. So I'm just excited to see what this Toronto team is. I told you I got jazzed up. 19 games against these guys. If this is a team we can really dominate the rest of the way, I mean, the picture starts to come together a little better.
Good stuff. I like that. We're going to do the pitching path to victory. It's pretty easy.
Sure.
The Yankees have a full bullpen available.
They won't use Sabathia today. That's about it.
Are you serious?
I am. Oh, yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, they have everyone else they could use available. And hopefully that Tanaka locks it down for 7 innings, 1 earned run. Yankees get 6+. before the 7th inning, and then we just go to the Cessnester for the last 3.
Cessnester.
Or Hailstorm.
Hailstorm.
It's like a douchey radio show.
Yeah.
That's my path to victory. What's yours?
Yeah. Tank throws 6. You hope you have a big enough lead to burn some of those guys. I mean, they were the guys we used on Sunday, right? So, I mean, even though we had an off day, those guys threw some bullets. So maybe you see Holder out there for 2 if you need it. But let's get a dub.
Yeah. If they need to go to their weapons, they're all available. All right. What else do we have to do? The Homer draft, Jake.
It's the Homer draft, Jim.
Homer draft. We haven't done a pregame show in so long, and then we'll answer some questions afterwards. I think there's some popping in the chat right now. I get to go first with the Homer draft. I'm excited. Jake's been, if everyone doesn't know what the Homer draft is, Jake's been fucking on fire. I'm hoping that the gap we had quelled. Whatever.
I don't feel like I've been on fire. I feel like this is my norm for the course. I've just found my sweet spot. So I just want you to know that.
You don't think you've been on fire?
No, this is just my normal now. This is my par for the course.
Oh, you're just very good.
Yes.
I disagree.
Okay.
We'll have to find out. Fuck it, I'm taking Gary.
There you go.
I don't think he's gonna play all 3 games because of the turf.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take him now.
That was a good pick. It was also a mistake because Luke Voigt's about to get super hot again. He got sparked in the Sunday game. Don't be surprised if Voigt gets a couple.
Okay.
And
so Voigt.
I will follow that up with Glaber Torres. Yeah. It's gonna suck. What if Glaber just torches the Orioles in Toronto this year and he's just average against everyone else? Then like next offseason, it's gonna be like, well, your guy's Glaber Torres. He had 20 home runs against the Jays of the Orioles, and we'll be like, good.
That's who he played.
And he did really well. So he's gonna hit 20 home runs.
I like
who's your last pick?
I like your sucks voice. My last pick is Clint Frazier.
Wow, you think he's gonna respond, James?
Yeah, I think he's gonna respond to all the adversary.
Right.
He's gonna think hitting a home run solves all the problems. He probably doesn't, but he's gonna hit a home run.
All right. I'm surprised. I considered it, and I don't know. There's already a lot going on in that dude's head. I can't even imagine right now.
You're secretly more down on Clint than I am, which is wild.
No. No, I'm not.
You want him sent down.
I want to teach him a lesson, the old-fashioned way. Stay in line. You are a young guy, and we respect you for being a young guy, which you don't. You think he's an old man. But you are a young guy, and you could be sent down to the minor leagues if you make errors like that defensively, and we can't use you out there, and the off-the-field media stuff. So just a little slap on the wrist to try to straighten him out a little bit.
Yeah, you want to punish him big time. Jake punishes Clint today. We got to do the over-under. What do you guess it is?
Watch that video. Tanaka, Blue Jays suck.
I'm going to guess it's 9. Oh, nice.
Well, okay, what are you going to guess? Because I said 9, and then you just copied it immediately.
No, my brain doesn't work that fast. I said 9 as well.
Okay, so we've got a copier on our hands. Over-under is 9. I got it.
No, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer.
I got it. Are you taking the over or the under, Jim?
Over.
I'm going under. Tank bounce back game.
Oh, yeah. 7 innings, 1 earned run from Tank.
Yeah.
I mean, once we put 5 up in the first 3 innings, right, and then they give that Gaviglio dude the ball.
Right, Sammy G.
30-1 win.
You're calling 30-1.
I mean, that's my prediction.
Okay.
What's your prediction? 29-1?
6-2.
62.
4 home runs from the Yanks.
62-1. That's nuts.
It's nuts. That'd be insane if I said that.
That would be insane. Let's go to the chat real quick. There are some questions, Jake. Someone said, Jake, what's your favorite? Oh, are those Bose headphones? They were asking you, Jake.
I think they are.
It says his die after like 2 hours. How's yours battery life?
I don't know. I guess close to that. I'm not sure.
Are the Nationals going to win today? I don't know who's pitching. Randy Hahn. Did you used to play hockey at Tri-Valley for the Tri-Valley Blue Devils? Do we know each other? Jake, there's a question here. There's some questions in here that I thought felt. A lot of people asking when Severino's going to come back. We both don't think it's even an option until after the All-Star break. And I think that's been confirmed by Cashman, right? He said don't even think about him until after the All-Star break.
Yeah, we haven't gotten an update. They said not till the All-Star break, and they haven't given an update. So,
Didi, when will Didi come back? We think after this series is a possibility, unless something goes wrong.
T-minus 2-3 days till Didi.
Yeah. Keuchel to the Brewers. You heard it here first.
Wow.
So a lot of people asking us to talk about the Twins. Do you want to say anything about your favorite team?
They're a really good hitting team. They have a lot of power at a lot of positions. I think it's fair to be skeptical about their pitching, but I think they're a quality hitting team.
Okay. Nice. And I think that's all. That's all we got, Jake. All right?
There you go.
That's all we got. And that's the end of the show. Woo, Stanton. There was a Stanton update, Jake. There was a Stanton update. He took 9 at-bats in a simulated game today and ran first to third. And everything's good. And that's could be whatever. I mean, they say it could be a week or two out, but that's going to be the 4th time we've heard he could be a week or two out. My alarm's going off. Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, I got a phone call with the guy about something. So, end of the show. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Go Yanks.